So I think the dynamic between Joy Boy and Emu was that they both resisted Davy Jones, who was the ruler of the world, whatever it looked like back then. He was the ruler, and it's kind of like the Transformers One animated movie where you had like Optimus and Megatron. They were friends, and then they, basically overthrew Sentinel Prime. Like it's going to be something like that. And I know Joy Boy was considered the first pirate, right? So was Emu like his first mate or something like that? Or potentially, I like this better. What if Emu was the head of the military of Davy Jones, whatever that kingdom was? If they had Marines, whatever, he was like the equivalent of the fleet admiral of the military of Davy Jones's kingdom. And so he got to see it from his side and disagreed with Davy Jones and the oppression, all that stuff, whatever it was, however he ruled. Meanwhile, Joy Boy was someone who became the first pirate and resisted that way. And maybe the beginning of the Ancient Kingdom was just his fleet, Joy Boy's fleet. So let's say Joy Boy and his fleet resist Davy Jones' kingdom, and then Emu at some point becomes friends with Joy Boy and decides to resist and turn the military against Davy Jones. And the reason I say this is because there are a lot of people who think, and I agree, that that's what will happen by the end of this, of One Piece in the current era, that the Marines will, maybe on the leadership of Kobe, will eventually turn on the world government, and it'll be pirates plus Marines working together, So I could see that being the case. But Emu was a part of the infrastructure of whatever tyranny Davy Jones was doing, which is why once he was overthrown and the Ancient Kingdom was established, you have Joy Boy and Emu working together, kind of like Hashirama and Madara establishing an elite village. Emu had different ideals and believed, and maybe seeing the evils of mankind or the different species, felt like domination was the way to go. And so then he betrays Joy Boy and establishes with the 20 Kings the world government as it is now, and then wipes out history. That's what I think may have went down during the Void Century. Okay, which leads into the second part of my theory, which I'm going to put in a separate video, which is I think Elbaf ends, or in the next chapter or so, Loki is getting Dami reversed, and it's going to thematically tie up this entire arc and the whole story stretching all the way back to the Void Century. I think Loki is going to get Dami reversed. I'm going to explain why in my next video. But first off, what do you guys think? Everyone seems to think that Joy Boy and Emu were probably friends. It seems likely. But what do you think about my setup of he was part of the military, Joy Boy was a pirate, and they hit it from two different sides to overthrow Davy Jones, and that's why Rox was coming in to take back what was rightfully his? That's my thought.